thank you very much for being with us here today. Now, the theme of our webinar is Be That Special Someone Today, and it's going to bring us on a journey to help us understand the public transport experiences that some of our commuters with mobility needs have actually been facing and how commuters can contribute towards a more caring commuting culture. Now, we're very, very lucky to have with us a great panel of people who are going to be joining us to discuss this topic a little bit further. It's now my pleasure to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Baey King, to deliver the opening address. Mr. Baey, please.
More than 7 million rides are taken on our buses and trains every day. Taking the public transport is an emotional journey. It's not just a journey in bringing one from point A to B, but it's also there's an emotional connection. I believe in many of our journeys, there are familiar faces that we see and the connections that we make every day. And really I can understand that how that little gesture makes a difference in our journey. So it's not just about how new the bus is, the cabin, the MRT station, the platform, how it's designed, the infrastructure, the technology, but it all boils down to the connection between people. And I think that is very heartening because at the end of the day, it's not just about hard infrastructure, but heart, where among people. So with that in mind, we've been focusing on making our public transport and transport safe and also very inclusive because it serves everybody. Every Singaporean is welcome on our public transport. So we have this Land Transport Master Plan 2040 that was launched just last year. And we also formed a Caring SG Commuters Committee chaired by PTC Chairman Mr. Richard Magnus. And the committee has been working very hard all these months to engage parties from different sectors, both from the transport, from the non-transport, commuters and other stakeholders to talk about how can we make the commuting culture better, more inclusive and welcoming to everybody. And we know that many Singaporeans want to help. They know that it is their role to contribute towards a gracious commuting culture that everyone can play a role. But some people are just don't know what to do, how to do it. Right? So I think it's something we can all learn from one another, among fellow commuters, among people who are interested, who are also experienced in looking out for vulnerable segments of society.
I'd like to go into an area whereby we want to look at various norms and behaviors, because from what you've shared, your different ways that you've helped people, it will give us a clue as to how do we shape behavior and inculcate behavior to help others. And so from the focus group discussions, we have condensed them to a few behaviors. One is to give way to others. Secondly is to readily offer help to commuters who may need them. Thirdly is to look out for commuters. Fourth, be patient and slow down around others. And last but not least, thank commuters who have helped you.
Please tell us, to what extent do you agree that that caring commuting behaviours mentioned earlier, that Mr. Yap mentioned earlier, is a good start? Do you strongly agree, disagree, or strongly disagree? And if so, please tell us why. We'd actually like to hear from you. Our poll results are actually ready, so we can take a look at that. Everyone thinks it's a great idea and it's a great start. So here's to brand new beginnings and a fantastic caring community. Reminder from Sherry, who is the founder of Be Kind SG, who said that she absolutely agrees that acts of kindness need not be grand gestures, and then it can start from a place of kindness, like we mentioned earlier on, and a non-judgmental attitude. I think that is absolutely the way forward.
Singapore can be a lot more gracious, a kinder society everywhere, including on our public transport and the 7 million journeys that people take on our buses and trains every day. And would it be such a wonderful world we'll be in if we're able to achieve that? So I thank you for all your participation and interest in this area, and we hope that we are able to start with a small step, a kind gesture, but build a wonderful culture that make a difference to everybody.
I'd like to circle back to SPS point about commute being an emotional journey. So we all love to feel good, right, about ourselves, about the day, So you can always start the day right, start the day well by doing something good, being gracious. I think that makes the entire journey a more memorable one.